Okay, guys, as promised, this is part 2. I have Kathleen Lisson, and she has props. She has toys. So let's just get right into it. And I apologize. Normally when I do more than one video, we change clothes and make it look better. But I'm in San Diego, and we're winging this.
Yes. Yes, we are.
So let's go.
Yep. Okay. So my name's Kathleen Lisson. I'm a certified lymphedema therapist and board certified massage therapist. I'm author of Swollen, Bloated and Puffy. This is a book that I wrote to give to my clients, to give them all the advice that they were trying to desperately memorize when they're on the table getting manual lymphatic drainage. I said, I'll just write it all down and then they can read it.
Awesome, amazing book. Yes. I can't refer it enough. I mean, I really can't recommend it enough. I love it.
Thank you.
I really loved it.
Thank you. Thanks. So there's lots of information about everything, but if you have the book, on page 94 and 95, there's handy dandy pictures of our body's lymphatic system. If you don't have the book and you want the pictures right now, they're definitely on the internet. I've not really seen a fake picture of the body's lymphatic system, though. Crazy people have come up with their own pictures. So, but we're gonna look at some funny things that help with the facial lymphatics, and it's kind of based on the things that we have seen that have worked with reducing swelling in the body that you can't really transfer so easily to face because it's your face.
So this is the positive that I try to find the positive of lymphedema. So here's the positive that I have come up with lymphedema. I understand about my lymphatic system. So when I wake up in the morning and I have bags under my eyes, I know how to take care of it.
Yeah, you know what to do. You know what to do.
And you know, the average person doesn't understand, oh, that's lymph fluid and I need to massage and I need to drink more water. So so that's my positive takeaway with the massages and stuff, because people go and pay hundreds of dollars to have a facial massage, and this is what this is.
Yep.
This is a facial massage.
Yep. Yep. So if you were, I never thought I would ever say this, and I'm not sure, I might get some hate in the comments, but if you're lucky enough to have lymphedema, if you're lucky enough to have complete decongestive therapy and have someone talk to you and teach you how to do the manual lymphatic drainage, the skin stretching, it's the same skin stretching as you're already using on your arm or leg, only it's on your face. So if you do not have head and neck cancer, you have had no lymph nodes removed, it's just the properly functioning system, only it's a little backed up because of salt can cause it, the type of, if you ate a bunch of food, if you drank a lot of alcohol, there's plenty of reasons for your face to be puffy.
A lot of times when I have a flare-up in my leg, because I have my leg and my abdomen, so then I'm just I can't get my rings off. I'm like, oh my God, and my face, I just feel like,
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So, it's all one system. So when one gets backed up, everything.
Yeah, everything's kind of going slow. Yeah. So it's kind of rush hour for you.
Exactly.
It's rush hour on every single highway in your body. So we're starting from the center line of the face, and we're moving out to right in front of the ears. There's lymph nodes right in front of the ears. We're starting up here and moving out. So that same the skin stretching. Yeah. So we could do for the forehead goes down. From the nose goes down, the cheeks, and then when you're around the chin,
just heads.
It goes underneath. Yeah, it goes to before the ears, and then it goes to down the side of the neck. You have the sternocleidomastoid muscle, which is, maybe it's Faust, maybe it's not Faust. One of the famous paintings of the author was when he was to the side, and then you can really see his SCM muscle. So it's this one right here. That's the path you're going to go down the neck. So just the nice where you go down to the neck, and then of course all the lymph ends up right above our collarbone.
Above the collarbone.
Yeah, so we do that. So this is what they've already taught you is definitely good for the neck, and then just pushing everything out to the side.
I was really lucky because when I was finally diagnosed, and I was told, there's no cure, you're just screwed. They said what we'll pay is for eight weeks of therapy, blah blah blah, and her job, she said, my job is to teach you how to take care of yourself, because you're never going to come back here. We're never going to pay for this again. And that's how it was at that time. This would have been Sam's 13, 12, 10, 11 years ago. So they taught me that, you know, they taught me you start at your abdomen, and then you go back to your head, and then go to the other limb, and then your abdomen, and then the affected limb, and then to the abdomen again. So I feel fortunate that I was taught early on, early after I was diagnosed, early on, that I was taught how to do a manual lymph drainage massage, because you can do it anytime. You can't say I can't afford to do it, because it's a self massage.
Yes. Yep, absolutely. So now we can add on with some toys. So this can be, I think if you want to do the lymphatic drainage, it should be dry skin with the hands, with the stroke that you already know. So this is kind of a little more fun. For the next 3, I would say if you do a serum in the morning or a serum at night, these are great to pair with your serum. And it's kind of based on this.
That's the cup thing.
Lymphatic, these are lymphatic cups, and it's based on some stuff that you would also see in a PT's office. They would use the negative pressure to move the lymphatic system. This is a Jade Roller, so the jade's kind of cooling, and then it'll move across the skin. So it's not as ideal as your hand doing it, but it's smooth. And then I know the lady who's in charge of, her name escapes me, but she sells for Solidia Medical the devices. She says she uses this side, and it helps her with her chemo brain fog.
Oh, it just kind of gets things moving.
I think it gets stuff moving, and it's muscular, and this is nice on some of the muscles when you have sore muscles. It's nice to run that. And then this is my favorite. Let's see if it'll operate.
Oh, it's vibrating.
It's vibrating. So this, you would use it with some serum and just go, and it kind of vibrates in. I found when I have a cold, like just right over my sinus, kind of breaks all that up. Yeah.
Now, how important is it to drink water before you do any kind of massages?
You should drink water throughout the day.
I know. But some people don't know that, and we're talking about this, and I just realized we haven't mentioned water, and water's super important.
Water's super important, and then I know a lot of people have, just because of their age, they have high blood pressure, so they're already on like Lasix or some kind of diuretic, so it's not, like if you can't get off of the diuretic, you're just going to pee a lot, so you just have to have, drink a lot of water. But the frustrating thing is, a lot of times if a doctor doesn't know what is the issue with you, if it's swelling, let's give it a diuretic.
And diuretics are terrible for people with lymphedema.
They're just not the ideal, like it's not going to get rid of your swelling. Your swelling is from a different origin.
Right.
So taking the water out is the wrong way to do it, and adding the water in is good. I mean, it's just good for your skin in general. It's good for your health and your entire body.
But what I've been told is it kind of helps dilute things, and takes, because you're moving, getting everything moving, and then your body, your system's like, whoa, what's all this crap you're doing? So that the water kind of helps. So as far as having to go to the bathroom all the time, my family says, you're just pissing your life away, because I do go to the bathroom all the time. So that's the joke in my house. They always tell me that I'm just pissing my life, which I am, which is fine. I drink a lot of water, so in fact, before you got here, I'm like, before we start, I'm just going to run to the bathroom. So
I think you should drink a lot of water.
I think you should too.
And it gets you up out of a lot. Some of us have desk jobs.
Yeah.
And if you don't drink enough, some people don't drink water because they know they can't physically get out of their desk for 3 hours, which is like, it's time to reevaluate your job if you can't go to the bathroom. But we know for our body, like maybe getting up and going to the bathroom,
especially if you have lymphedema in your leg, you can't sit for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Physically, it's just too, you're going to swell, and you're going to get stiff, and it's going to hurt. Like, I can't sit. I never sit, but I know, like on an airplane, I have to, have to make sure, I'll pump my my ankles just to make sure that I'm doing something if I can't get up and walk around. And if you do have a desk job, then at least, move, because if you sit still for 3 hours, you're gonna wish you didn't have that desk job.
So then drinking a lot of water, going to the bathroom once an hour is not a problem.
Exactly, because it gets you walking to the bathroom.
Yeah, so it's a trip to the bathroom.
It's a benefit because you're hydrating your body, so your body can operate you know, properly.
Yes.
You you're getting to get up and get fluids and everything moving, and you know, so it's
and your brain needs a break too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one can focus.
I get guilty because I will sit on the computer and edit, and then I'll be like, I have to go to the bathroom, and I'll sit there. I'll keep editing, and I'm like, oh my god, and then I'm like, oh my god, and that's really bad for you. It's a terrible thing to do.
You should not hold it. Nope. So these are, and then lymphatic. Did we look at the lymphatic cups? Well, so this is a big one. So the negative of the lymphatic cup is, don't do what I did. I mean, I experimented. I'm your body for science. For science, if you leave this on too long, you'll get a bruise.
Oh,
it'll turn red real fast.
Of course it will.
So I did this one, and I left it on for like 1 second too long here.
Oh,
and,
so you
and
walked
I got a
around
tiny
with
little
it.
bruise.
Nice.
Well, no, and it was like 45 seconds instead of 10 seconds. So I just left it on, and it will have a little bruise. If you're
follow the instructions.
Well, so it's supposed to be so you would put a serum or whatever liquid on, and then you'd get the suction, and then you just keep it moving.
Oh, okay.
So as long as you keep it moving. Now, if people like, I guess, Kardashians, like, you can make your lips larger with them.
Wow.
I don't know if I would do that.
Because I follow you on social media. I know you were talking about it, and I've heard other people talking about it, and I just haven't played with it yet.
Yep.
But they're not expensive. You can get them on Amazon.
Yes.
Yeah, they're not even expensive at all. I'll leave a link.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go through and watch all this because I'm going to forget all the things I promised people links for.
Yeah, and it's negative compression. So it's used in
instead of negative compression, instead of being pushing in, you're pulling,
giving more space,
because the lymphatic system runs right underneath your skin, and so to open that up, it lets things move.
Just gives a little extra.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and if you push it in the correct, like where
right,
you're going,
the pattern,
you follow the chart,
follow the map.
Yep. And then the other thing, everyone usually would know how to get their hands on a dry brush. For dry brushing, and then in page 95, and I have seen some interesting charts that aren't the lymphatic chart. Dry brushing is really great. So what I would say for dry brushing is, and I have a little section in dry brushing on the book, so use a dry brush that you bought and it's dry, and you don't like get it wet in the shower and use it, and then it dries off and then you use it. I think that's like hygienically. Yeah. Because if you dry brush for a lot, all your dead skin cells are there. Yeah. And then do you really want to like get it wet and it's all like gunky? Yeah.
Okay, exactly. So I'm
one brush
about that
just
anyway.
Your
so
dry
move
brush.
on.
Yep, just your dry brush. You can dry brush in the morning before your shower, and I have one lady that like I gave her the dry brush, and she just has a busy life, and she's like, I can't like set this separate 10-minute thing to dry brush myself. She keeps a dry brush immediately outside of her shower, so it doesn't get wet, it's not inside. She undresses, she picks a dry brush up, she gets inside of her shower, brushes herself off.
And then turns the shower on.
Yeah, and then turns it on.
So when you're dry brushing, you do need to do it before your shower, because otherwise your skin is moist.
We want dry skin.
It's got to be dry skin. So I just want to clarify that, because
dry brush, dry skin.
Dry.
Yep.
Dry.
And then you can, and it's great because it's a manual exfoliator, so that the dead skin on there, it's very smooth. Yeah, your skin will start getting smoother. And then the charts in there, you want to go in the same direction as your lymphedema therapist has talked to you about the manual lymphatic drainers, so the same exact. And that might be completely opposite from a chart that you find on the internet that's for someone with no lymphatic issues. So you know it would be here and here if you had some lymph nodes removed here. And what else was I going to say? And then after the shower, you moisturize. Yeah. Or if it's not the shower and you just want to dry brush in the evening, dry brush and then moisturize. Some people, I've never had a problem, but some people, if you might have a problem getting to sleep because you just have a lot of energy, like stimulating yourself by dry brushing might not be the best thing. So maybe in the morning, if it's hard for you to wake up,
get you woke up.
Yeah, it kind of wakes your skin up, and then maybe you do some yoga and stuff like that. I have a facial dry brush, which is softer than the general dry brush. I use it on my face, and it's like right near my bed.
So you just...
I wake up, and I just brush.
Do your face, and then get up.
And then I get up. Yeah. Well, see, I have a husband.
Oh, yeah.
So my husband gets me a cup of tea in the morning, and I'll dry brush and drink my tea.
Sweet.
Nice? Yeah. It took I had to pick it correctly.
Yeah.
The correct husband.
Well, I have a married that spoils me quite a bit as well.
Yeah. So that's our recommendation: is you have to find that person.
Find that person.
Yes.
Husband, wife, person,
yes.
whatever that person
Partner.
is that will spoil you, because that helps a lot.
Yeah. Or like obedient child.
Yeah. That's okay for a few years, but I have a 13-year-old at home, so I mean that's a gamble.
Yeah.
That's a gamble.
It's a big investment to get somebody to give you tea in the morning.
It's a big investment for tea for a couple of years.
Tea,
yeah.
So they should be worth something else.
They should be, yeah. That's funny. So. Well,
so that
was awesome. Do you have anything else? Or
there'll be more fun stuff in the future as they come out with new stuff. I'm gonna shove it on my face. Yeah,
and bruise. and don't bruise yourself anymore. And then
I'll show you how to not bruise yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought toys.
Yay. Yep.
Well, thank you guys. I hope this was helpful to you, and I will leave some links below. If you have any questions, follow her on all of her social media and just bug her.
Yes.
Or if you live in Southern California, schedule an appointment. That'd even be better.
Yes, you can find me in San Diego.
So she's in San Diego, but if you're in, I drive from LA to San Diego all the time. It's not unheard of. I would drive from LA to San Diego to see you. If I had lymphedema and couldn't find somebody to help me, oh wait, that's all of us.
Yeah.
And I found somebody that was only 2 hours away, I would make the drive.
Good.
So I'm recommending highly, if you are in Southern California, to look her up. Otherwise, at least find her on social media, and we'll leave links. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day to do this.
You're welcome.
Bye.
There you go.
Wait. There was one thing that she wanted to share with you. It's a sponge. So tell us about the sponge.
So I use this sponge when I give my talks about lymphedema. I'm a part of the Livestrong program with YMCA. So and this is a good resource too. Call your local YMCA. If you are a cancer survivor, no matter whether it's like you're getting surgery 2 weeks from now or you had cancer 40 years ago, if they have a Livestrong program, it's a free, I think it's 8 or 12 weeks exercise program geared towards people with a cancer history. Totally free. You get to go to the classes and exercise, and then they'll give you a discount on membership if you want to keep on going to the YMCA. But they also enlist like speakers like me to give information. So when I give information on lymphedema, a lot of people will say, how will I know that I have lymphedema, like say in my arm or the leg? So I'll say in the arm, it might, if there's swelling, you'll see how where the ring doesn't fit so well anymore. Or this one arm, like the sleeve is tighter than the other sleeve. And another subjective symptom would be that your arm feels heavy somehow, and they're just like, why does it feel heavier than the other arm? And so I use our friend the sponge. So, and we don't have water, and you are not here, so it actually doesn't matter if we don't have water, because you can use it by yourself in the kitchen the next time. Like, how heavy is that sponge now?
Right, it's not heavy at all.
So if I dipped it in water, if the lymphedema was there and there was the filling of the lymphatic tissue in the arm, the sponge would be heavier.
And it might not be bigger. It might just be a little bit bigger, but you're still going to feel that heaviness.
Yep, and it's because we can expand up to 30% in the arm with additional fluid before it actually gets bigger. And you have to think, if we do a lot of like if you go up to 10,000 feet, you're at the top of a mountain, there's a lot of swelling in the body, but our skin doesn't break.
Right.
If we are running and a lot of blood is pumping throughout our body, there's more blood in the arm when we're running, or blood in the leg when we're exercising, but our skin's not breaking apart because it has that kind of elastic portion. Yeah, so you can try it in the sink and pick up your sponge, and then after you do your dishes, like, how heavy is that sponge? But it's the same sponge. Like, the sponge hasn't got bigger, it's got heavier because there's water in it. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a really good analogy, and that's something that you can use to explain to other people, because sometimes I know I have my my swelling pretty much under control most of the time.
Yeah.
And I wore my Juzo garment every day. But sometimes my leg feels like, I feel like I'm dragging it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I can't take one more step. You feel, it's not tired like sleepy, it's tired like exhausted. And
your family will be able to look at your leg and they're like, it doesn't look any worse.
Well, you're not swollen today.
You're fine.
Why are you acting like this? You're not swollen. Now that makes sense, because I've always wondered myself, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm swollen. I may be a little puffy, but I'm not swollen.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, so because I'm filling up with fluids, whether it's visible or not. I'm more yay. That was a great analogy.
Yeah, I'm glad I helped you understand your body,
because that
actually, your family can understand, and then they can be more compassionate.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, my family, I laugh at them. I'm like, I'm sure you're sick of like, because sometimes at 6 o'clock at night you're done. Your spoons are gone.
Yeah, your spoons are gone.
And if you don't know what that means, just keep watching, because I might throw this on a different video than the one with the spoons. But
you'll have to look into spoon theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, for chronic illness.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can stop watching.
Okay, bye.